Final semi-final of the day right here at the Rugby Africa Cup 2025.
Okay, your expectations of this game, Alan?
I expect a lot of hard hitting, a lot of very, very swift running, and it's going to be tactical because both teams have played against each other numerous times. We have actually been getting their set pieces pretty smooth.
Yeah, exactly, and that was a nice one executed there by Mandoma, the hooker for Zimbabwe. Just threw the ball quite nicely there for them to gain the advantage. Matthew Mandioma. And a kick back there by the Kenyans, but Zimbabwe just pick it up there quite well. Tapiwa Mafura.
It will also come into play how the teams set up their set piece. And you see Silky running there.
With shot number 13 there, getting the touchdown. Brown on Mudie Kendiezi with the first try of the game. That looked quite easy. I think that the home fans, the Ugandan fans, are supporting Zimbabwe.
It is possibly a case of they are feeling the pain. Yes, the wind is definitely blowing against that kick. And yeah, you see, Mose Kenyezi had to put his head down, tuck the ball in, and
look at the anxiety among the Kenyan fans there in anticipation of something from this moving maul. But then
try time, Kenya.
For the Kenyans. Wow, that is quite a quick reaction. Keeps moving, pegging back the Zimbabweans. And there you are. It's touched down. Line out here for Zimbabwe. And it is Matthew Mandioma with the responsibility to get the ball in. And they secure it quite well. Godfrey Muzanangoro. And then Mudariki. And then there's a big hit there. Zimbabwe,
as the ball comes out, Ian Pryor sends the ball out. Whoa!
And he keeps the ball in. Good play there by the Zimbabweans to keep the ball on, and that's Matthew McNabb.
I did want to give 2024 Rugby Africa Cup Nambole hosting this, and the grounds have held up pretty well. The weather has been pristine. I think this is the kind of weather that rugby players will relish. It's not too hot as McNabb comes through, and yeah, I think he's in some discomfort. Look at him.
Yeah, I thought that was really aggressive.
As you can see, yes. McNabb receives, and Chow was just a little too eager, going above the shoulder.
Yeah, I think it was inevitable.
Yeah.
Griffin had to get that.
The Sables would have kept it because you then go from the rack, and then you get the Kenyans offside because then they have to backtrack.
Yeah, exactly.
Another set piece. There, Asati brings the ball out to Barry Young.
Good heavy carry here by Walter Okoth, Kenya. Asati again finds Nyambua, the captain, goes down. Rack is well secured. And again, good pickup find Andy Cole Omolo, the man of the match in the game against Uganda. Again, Kenya continue to recycle the ball. Good play there as Thomas Okeyo. Asati again, Nyambua gaining territory here. Asati picks it up again and finds John Kubu. Some real dazzling play from the Kenyans here. Maintaining momentum. Walter Okoth again goes down. And ball is well presented. And the rack is well secured. That's a very good phase of play for the Kenyans. Keeping ball is key here.
Yes, they have had a couple of phases now, and if the counter is right, they should have had about 5 or 6. And
a penalty. Wrong entry.
And good momentum. But he has lost to Uganda a couple of times because Liam Walker did punish him and put him on the losing end.
And that was a fantastic kick. Splits the balls. It's 8-8. Running the ball at this point will definitely... And yes, that's great execution there. And as the ball is well picked up by Kudakwashe. Almost formed a rolling more there. Mudariki, and he's held back. The captain, scrum half. The rack is well secured here. The Zimbabweans continuing to pound here. Getting ever closer to the try line. They're thinking of, and that's a very big tackle coming in from the Kenyans to stop Godfrey Muzanago. Zimbabwe again. Zekeri, and that's a touchdown this time by the captain.
Mudariki.
Fantastic play by the Zimbabweans.
The attentions And then you see the pop pass. Hilton Mudariki was able. Yes, you just mentioned him a short while ago with a big carry.
Yeah.
He failed to reach the line, but he had the presence of mind.
Exercises his power there. As the ruck is secured, Kenya smelling blood here as they continue to move the ball with intent. Another big ball carry there from Nyambua, George, the captain, and John Kubu. Now finds Robinson Young, but then he's pegged back by the Zimbabweans. Good defensive player. And it's now Kenya's Ephraim Bwire Odu, the lucid. He finds Andy Kolomolo. Zimbabwe doing a good job pegging back the Kenyans, Alan.
Yes, I think that the Kenya Simbas, the back line is guilty of being a little pedestrian there. As John Kubu picked up the ball and passed it to Barry Young, I think they lost momentum because Barry Young wasn't going at full flight. And there the Kenyans playing at a penalty advantage for the player not rolling out of there.
Yeah, with a chance to get Kenya to 11 points, John Kubu. And he splits the pause and it's 11-13.
The resumption. So they don't count the halftime break because then you wouldn't be back anyway.
Yeah.
So they'll be so a little bit of fortuitous, a little there for them. They have 10 minutes. As McNabb tries to get the chicken wing, and Chow, he is a quick man, and if there's nobody there, he is going to find his way.
Wow. And Kenya, right at the stroke of halftime, get the try in. And it is Griffin Chow, the man that got into the sin bin. Griffin Chow, just look at that.
I think that was just a little too elaborate from
Hilton
Mudariki. Chow, look at his running style. Legs are up. He's running on his toes. True sprinter. He dots down. And he will give you the customary celebration because he loves find the white line. And with his pace, you can clearly see that nobody was going to catch him. Again, we wonder where was the fullback at that point in time. Kubu.
And he split the post. And he's 18-13. Yeah, anything that you can get from this phase of play as Jobe prepares to feed the ball in for the Zimbabwe Sebos. Keegan Jobe. Ball is picked up here by Dylan Utete. Makes progress in terms of territory, puts pressure on the Kenyans. The ruck is secured. The Zimbabweans must be smelling blood here. But then the tackling is coming in from Andy Kolomolo of Kenya. Zimbabwe persisting, pressing on. And just look at the battering rams there that are involved in trying to get Zimbabwe over the line. If they got a try here, it would level the game to be 18 apiece. And just look at Madiaomo, the hooker, gets the ball again. They've got to make sure that the ball keeps moving. Otherwise, they still present the ball, the Zimbabweans. Yoma gets it, and then they are pushing on. And that is a try by the Zimbabweans.
That's Utete, the man who's just come on. Utete did pump his feet, had the presence of mind to keep it in hand. Yes, the Zimbabwe Sabres.
Yeah, good play there.
Getting points on the board at that point in time. That flags go up.
Two of their front row players, and that is Ephraim Bwire, the lucid, and the title, Will Height Mususi. I'm just surprised at 70-point mark, and they're still on at this level.
Because a lot of work has gone in for them to contain the scrums, and the amount of work that the big boys have been throwing at them on the defensive end means as Ian Pryor lines up the drop kick. Ian Pryor, perfect off the boot. That was well set up there by Ian Pryor. He had the poise, and as soon as he struck that, he knew. He just said running back to his half.
6 minutes to play. Zimbabwe will be happy about proceedings here. They lead by 5. At one point, they were trailing by 5. Kenya, wrong entry again. So it's a penalty to Zimbabwe.
It gets them over that 7-point mark because then that takes the game farther and farther away. It looks good. Splitting the uprights. Ian Pryor.
Wasn't to support Jobe. And then the kick by Pryor. John Kubu picks it up. Kenya will keep the fight on. Barry finds Shihundu, who committed the knock-on. And Shihundu doesn't release the ball, and it's a penalty to Zimbabwe. And
Ian
Pryor
applies violence, and it's in.
29 Zimbabwe, 18 Kenya.
Remember when I said you have to keep the scoreboard ticking? The Kenya Simbas actually haven't done that at all in the second half, and that has come back to bite them.
Yeah, because they were leading 18-13 at halftime, and as you can see, there's no point there.
There is the intercept. Does he have enough?
Well, the flag goes up. He had stepped out. So ball to Zimbabwe.
Jube first stopped him enough, and then in comes the onrush, the man of the match, just for that try-saving tackle.
But then they lose the ball in the line out. The Kenyans receive it.
Try time to the Kenya Simbas. What a mistake there.
And John Kubu.
Well, he wants the restart. He wants the restart.
Steady Victor picks up the ball, and he just touches
now,
down.
Whatever it is that you are saying, let me just consult upstairs. Let me consult the other referees to see if the try was scored within regulation. So that, and then, kick or not, it is over. The Zimbabwe Sables are through to the final, where they can contest for a place at the World Cup, or if not, they go for the repechage tournament. And we were looking so forward to a very, very good game. And Anna's just corrected me here. The number 19 shirt is Aiden Burnett, as the score sheets here were actually altered. But it is turning out to be, and it will be, an exciting final.